Hi, Chris at SaratogaWine.com here again with a very special guest. This is Liana Goodar from Forge Cellars in the Finger Lakes. Had your wines in the past, but I'm real excited to taste through these. We have a Pinot and 3 Cab Francs, but tell me a little bit about Forge and its background and its history.
Yeah, absolutely. So Forge background started with 2 partners, Rick Rainey and Louis Barriol. One is French, one is American. So they were chatting about opening a winery. Louis has been thinking about opening a new winery for a long time. He wanted a new challenge. Rick wanted to open one. And so when they got chatting about the region of the Finger Lakes, Louis came in 2009 and fell in love with the place. Obviously, how can you not? When you see the shell, the lakes, the terroir is just insane. So obviously it was a no-brainer. 2011, they did their first vintage back in the little winery, Hector Wine Company. Since they've been increasing, and they got me on board in 2018.
Okay. And so I understand there's sort of a big deal about the soil structure in the Finger Lakes, even vis-a-vis in relation to his hometown in France, right? He fell in love with the age of the soil, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Louis is huge on geology. Like, he wrote a book about the geology of Gigondas with his friend Georges Truc, and they did a beautiful job about explaining all of the geology. So when he came here, Rick showed him all of the different terroirs within the Finger Lakes. And what is super special about the Finger Lakes is the mother rock is shell. So you have shell all around, down from Watkins Glen across the different lakes to where we are. As we had the glaciation happening, it kind of pushed all of what we call the icing of the cake down to Pennsylvania. So what it does expose all of the different layers of shells, and then it had a different time, different sedimentation, exposure to different type of soil. So there are plots where they have more sand, some that have more limestone, some that are purely on shell, others that have more gravel. All of that has an influence on the wine.
All right, let's taste the first wine here. What do we have?
So the first one we have, it's called Bellows. It's a Pinot Noir. That's our home farm. So that was planted in 2015, 2016. Half of the vineyard in 15, half in 16. And it's been a labor of love. Pinot Noir is no joke. It's super, super hard to grow.
You hear that all over the world. Anybody that grows Pinot is it's so difficult. It's so finicky. It's so subject to mildew, rot, everything.
Everything.
This is fantastic. Just that pure Pinot Noir nose reminds me a little bit of Oregon meets Burgundy.
Nice.
But that strawberry, raspberry core, I call that. If anybody's ever seen these videos, they know I call it a core fruit. And without that, you don't have a complete wine. And this is definitely a complete wine.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's good, start to finish, really beautiful. All right, let's dive into one of my favorite all-time varietals, maybe ever. Next to Sangiovese, it's 1-2, depending upon my mood, Sangiovese and Cabernet Franc.
Nice.
Which I know the Finger Lakes is really starting to get a great reputation for beautiful Cab Franc.
Yes, there is this movement now, Cab Franc Forward, that has been working a lot with, showing the Cab Franc that we make in the Finger Lakes, and it's definitely a grape that does very well.
Love that. Love that bell pepper aroma.
Kind of roasted red pepper. The sand will always give you this nice lift. It's something very juicy, very fruity.
This is really, really beautiful. Again, that core of fruit with the roasted red pepper.
So that's Railroad. So fun story between the two, they are just literally separated by a ravine. So Railroad is on the head of the alluvion fan where you have the bigger material, so it's going to be more gravelly. And then we had Willow that is at the tail of it, which was more sandy. So they are just separated by a ravine, 2 different terroirs, same vigneron, same winemaking, but 2 different expressions.
Right. You can definitely smell the minerality. Absolutely. This is kind of soft and pretty right out of the gate.
Yeah.
This has got certainly the roasted red bell pepper thing.
Absolutely.
But there's definitely a clear pebbly stone feel to it. Definitely darker fruits like black cherry.
super big depth.
And then this is our last Cab Franc, right?
Yes, that's Belos.
So that's the estate vineyard, right?
Exactly.
Got it.
You can also easily recognize them with the label. So you can see that on the Belos we have the trees because it's a site that has huge amount of wind, which is perfect for a grower because obviously humidity is our worst nightmare. So every time you have a nice breeze, that really helps to grow beautiful grapes.
Sure.
So that's also why we called it that way. That was planted in 22, and this wine is just incredible. Having such depth expression for such a young vineyard is great.
Right. Fruit forward, but still balanced with like great tannins. Like this thing, as it gets older, like all of us, it's going to get better. But yeah, you can see really where that's going to go, like in 5, 10, 15 years. Like that's going to be phenomenal. I mean, it's already delicious, but as that ages, it's going to be beautiful. Thank you so much for coming. These are all available on our website, saratogawine.com. Cheers.
Cheers.